Today, we're going to take a look at the exit intent side of this and get a ton more emails from your site visitors without really having to do a lot of extra work. One of the things we talked about in one of the most recent videos was lead magnets. And in this video, we're going to take a look at how you can optimize to send tons of traffic to your lead magnets and really drive people to circle back within your content over and over. Now, there are a lot of different ways to do this. Here I'm showing a few of these with exit intent, using an IP lookup database, chat and chatbots, as well as retargeting. And we'll go into each of these in different videos. Today, we're going to take a look at the exit intent side of this, and in particular, OptinMonster. Now, OptinMonster is just one example, but if you've seen exit intent before, it's typically whenever you've gone to a certain point in the content or you've stayed on the page for a certain amount of time and you're looking at a specific type of content. Maybe in the case of the example that we'll take a look at today, it's a certain type of integration. We're going to see a exit intent whenever I mouse out of the DOM window. So as soon as my cursor leaves the window, there's going to be a pop-up that shows up, and it's going to show me a complementary lead magnet, a integration checklist, an integration resource that I can go and download for free, just as a way to kind of get somebody to stay on the site, or at least give us their email in exchange for this really valuable resource. So let's take a look at how that works and how you can implement this on your site and get a ton more emails from your site visitors without really having to do a lot of extra work. Okay, so here you can see we're in OptinMonster and we're editing a campaign. This is a pretty cut and dry lead magnet. And all we're doing is we're just asking people if they want to learn more about integrations. If so, we'll send our latest guide to integrations over to them. And basically, that's pretty much it. Once they click on that and complete the process, they're going to receive an email. And that email then gets pumped into our marketing automation system. Now, this is pretty basic, but you would be surprised potentially at how many people actually complete this and go through this. And you can see here over the course of a 30-day period, we've received about 13 additional emails. Over the course of a year, this is going to result in several more deals that we win because we have this syndication model that we talk about all the time, where we're basically taking this set of content, and I'm just going to walk you through that again. This overall syndication model where we're going and we're coming up with a set of content and we're dripping that through the various different channels. So this is going to include YouTube, audio podcasts, blogs, email newsletter. And so once we get their email address using this approach of the exit intent, then we're going to put them into the appropriate email list and keep dripping on them. And this is where you get the flywheel effect to happen, is whenever you really do a good job of syndicating your content and putting a process in place where you're rinsing and repeating the same piece of content over and over and over. And anyway, one of the mechanical ways to accomplish this is with exit intent. And it really does add up over time. I just want to encourage you, if you're going to be spending money on ads and resources that are going to cost a lot over time, you're probably going to want to put yourself into a position where you can capture as much juice every time you go in to put resources into paid ads or even organic content. You want to capture as much juice whenever you're squeezing as possible. Exit intent is a great way to do that. There are other techniques with the exit intent that you can use on OptinMonster and other exit intent platforms that have come out that do some really cool things. One of the really interesting things about OptinMonster is they actually will capture the leads, and they have their own essential lead verification process that they'll go through. So they can actually verify the leads for you. So let me just show that. So you can see that you can engage in a lead verification process, and these are relatively low cost. If you're able to get a decent amount of traffic through them, it can be really, really helpful. And generally the idea here though is that you're going to want to experiment with different exit intent options and try some of the different scenarios. So what we've done is we've come up with different parts of a site and made different lead campaigns and lead magnets for those different areas of the site. So you can actually target based on the URL or what the URL contains. So you can look for specific keywords. You can even cater to specific landing pages or specific, URLs, etc. And this is really helpful too. So I really just want to encourage you to think about this as a really big opportunity in the long run. It doesn't typically pan out in the short term, but where are you going to be in 6 months and 12 months? Are you still going to be operating your business? If so, it really makes sense to put something like this in place so you can take advantage of the slow increase in traffic and then the subsequent increase in leads that you're going to receive by doing something like this. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that was helpful, and we will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.